This 501st ATRT has been driving me nuts since 2013. Night after night, the thought of this ATRT consumes me, slowly chipping away at my humanity until soon there will be nothing left. Day in and day out, its mere existence mocks me. It mocks me with an unwavering strength and determination to cripple my status as a functioning member of society. And nothing but the answer to my questions will be enough to save me. Hey, that was a pretty epic monologue, huh? Bet you didn't know that I could be so dramatic. But seriously, for the longest time, I have been quite puzzled over this ATRT. And that's largely thanks to 3 other sets that came out this year in 2013. The Z95 Headhunter, the Umbara Mobile Heavy Cannon, and the Bark Speeder with Sidecar. And so the thing that has been puzzling me about this ATRT for so long has just been wondering. Is it supposed to be paired with the Z95 and the MHC, both based off of Umbara? Or paired with the Sidecar based off of Kiros? I've always somewhat leaned more towards the Z95 and the Mobile Heavy Cannon, but I'm still not super sure. So maybe after this video you can help me decide which one it should be paired off with in the comments down below. Anyways, a lot of this confusion stems from the box art, because looking at the box art, it looks pretty obvious that it's based off of Umbara. Like the background here, it is completely covered in glow-in-the-dark plants. Look at Umbara. There are glow-in-the-dark plants literally everywhere. Like, the bioluminescence on this planet is insane. Steven would agree with me, assuming that his name is indeed Steven. So yeah, it seems like a pretty cut and dry case until you look at the minifigures. Number 1, there were no commando droids in the Umbara episodes. And number 2, they were pretty much the main type of droid that Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Rex, and the rest of the 501st battled against in this episode. And ATRTs were prominently featured in this episode, all the way up to the point at the end where Anakin runs it off a cliff. And then zooming in on this guy right here, this is a sniper droideka, and the only time we see these guys in all of Clone Wars and throughout all of the films is also in this episode on Kiros. And then Yoda is just completely random. I have no idea what to make of him. So then it seems to boil down to a question of, what's more important, the box art or the minifigure selection? Well, some of you nerds with an extensive knowledge of LEGO Star Wars lore might tell me to look at the Umbara Mobile Heavy Cannon to get my answer, since this set does feature Ahsoka Tano, who was not present on Umbara, but the set itself is most definitely based on Umbara. In fact, there are quite a few examples of this throughout LEGO Star Wars history. The 5th brother coming in Captain Rex's ATTE when he did not even appear in that episode. Kit Fisto coming in this ARC 170, and even being shown as piloting it on the box. Moroff in this absolutely ridiculously blurry picture of a Y-Wing starfighter that I found. Minifigures that are technically inaccurate to the sets that they come in are a very common occurrence in LEGO Star Wars. So then maybe this really is based off Umbara. But there is one caveat to all of the examples that I just showed you. In each of these sets, there was only one minifigure inaccurate to the scene. When LEGO does choose to do this, they usually only do it with one minifigure. You might say that the 212th Trooper counts as another minifigure in this one, but 212th Troopers were present on Umbara. And when LEGO does decide to include multiple scene-inaccurate minifigures, they are still pretty closely related to what the set as a whole is based on. So if we do decide to just call these guys scene-inaccurate minifigures in an Umbara set, that makes 1, 2, 3 of them. as opposed to just one if it is based off of Kiros. But Crazy Dog, I hear you say, when has LEGO ever gotten the box art wrong on a set? And I'm not talking about bad renders, I'm talking about the actual planet itself. Well, what if I gave this set as an example? This set clearly has Christophsis as the background planet. However, the Battle of Christophsis ended earlier on in the war, before the Phase 2 clone armor was ever put through. However, Octoptara droids saw service throughout the entire duration of the war, and Stab Speeders were more prominently featured in the first half of the war, but they still served some function in the latter parts. Hence, I think that you can quite fairly say that this set is not based off of Christophsis. Okay, fine, Crazy Dog, I hear you say. It wasn't based off of Christophsis, but it makes sense that they would have made Christophsis the box art. After all, the Christophsis scenes are where the Octoptara droid was the most prevalent, so it would just make sense because it's more recognizable that way. Aha! Well, guess what planet the 501st ATRT is most recognizable on? That's right, Umbara, Umbara, Umbara. So then maybe this set really is based on Kiros. Or maybe it really is based on Umbara. I am definitely more confused after making this video than before making this video. And you probably are too. Anyways, I really have no idea what the point I was trying to make with this video was. I just thought that it was marginally interesting and that I could make it funny enough to keep people entertained for 7 minutes. Wow, that is crazy. I thought that this would be like 3 minutes long, but it wasn't. Well, I guess that means that I am very good at rambling, and if you want to hear me ramble some more, then you can click on an end screen video now.